Join me as I dive into the challenge of figuring out if your dream property is actually a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. So you've finally found it, your dream property, the one that ticks all the right boxes, from the perfect location to stunning views. But before you sign on the dotted line, have you stopped to think about all the potential hidden dangers that might be lurking beneath the surface? I'm thinking about the kind of issues that can turn your dream home or business property into a nightmare, leaving you stressed, financially drained, and wondering why you ever bothered, why you made this stupid investment. There are so many things that can go wrong, from structural problems like faulty foundations that require underpinning, or crumbling brickwork, pest infestation, roofs that are rotten. They can render your home practically uninhabitable. And then there are the location risks that create environmental issues, for example, being close to a noisy motorway or a train track, or having a neighbour who thinks that 3 a.m. is an acceptable hour to practice their drum solo. These are just a few examples, and the list goes on and on. I mean, if you live next to a pub, you know that there are going to be noise issues and environmental issues, smells and so on. So let's not forget about environmental hazards that might be lurking in the backyard, the asbestos that's hidden, or the contaminated soil that you didn't know about, the outdated electrical systems that could spark a fire at any moment, and you must bring these up to date to the latest version of the IEE regs. The point is, there are so many potential pitfalls waiting to trip you up, and it's your job as a property owner to be aware of them. So it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of buying a new property, but taking the time to do your due diligence can save you a world of stress, financial headaches, and difficulties down the line. So one of the biggest mistakes that property owners make is failing to do a thorough inspection of the building before signing on the dotted line. I've seen it time and time again. People who get caught up in the romance of buying a new property, they forget to look beyond the surface level. But it's those hidden problems that can end up costing you thousands, if not more, of pounds. For example, I know of one property owner who bought a beautiful old Victorian house, only to discover the entire roof needed to be replaced. This is not unusual. A project that ended up costing them over £20,000, and on a larger property this can easily be 10 times that amount. The family who thought they'd found a dream property, only to discover that the basement was infested with rodents. So the entire building needs to be checked out. These are just a few examples, but the stories are endless. The truth is, most of these problems can be caught early on if you know what to look for. A thorough inspection can reveal all sorts of hidden dangers, from structural problems to pest infestations. It's not about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. And you can also use the survey that you get done as a basis for negotiation of the final price that you pay. So you make an offer subject to contract and subject to survey. The survey comes in with £50,000 worth of remedial works required on the property. So you negotiate with the owner to say, well, I made the offer subject to contract and subject to survey. My survey identified £50,000 worth of defects that need rectification. I want your agreement that you'll reduce the price by that 50,000. It's only reasonable. So how do you identify these ticking time bombs before they explode? The answer is simple. You need to be proactive. You need to take time to do your research, to inspect every nook and cranny, and to ask the right questions. Don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's from a professional home inspector or a trusted contractor. In the end, buying a home is one of the biggest investments you'll ever make. It's not about being perfect, it's about being informed. So remember, your dream property might just be a ticking time bomb waiting to explode, but with the right mindset and the right tools, you can avoid the pitfalls and find a home that truly is your dream come true, or whatever the purpose of the property is. If you've had a similar experience with a dream property, apparently, that turned into a nightmare, I'd love to hear about this in the comments below. So don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you want to talk to me about any aspect of property investment or development, don't hesitate to call me. That's Alan on 07539141257. From outside the UK, it's +44 7539141257. Our landline is 0333 From outside the UK, that's +44 333 You can schedule a call with me at calendly.com/AlanJE, or you can drop me an email at alan@alpusgroup.com. Cheers for now.